Yo, what up, Book? It's your man Hills, live from the grind. It's cold outside, man. It's mad brick outside. Well, it feels that way. See, I'm doubled up, you know what I'm saying? Like, super hoodie. But, you know, this is a poor choice of hat, you know? I chose it more for how I felt like look, and I should have probably had something a little warmer on my head so I don't get sick, but, you know, stupid choices. But, you know, it's crazy that at some point, right, it feels cold to me right now, but at some point, probably like in January, in December, it's going to be the exact type of day, but because the season is different, it's going to be considered a nice day, so I got to keep it in perspective. I only feel like it's this cold because I done got used to how things were. I got used to the summertime and things kind of being chill and hot, and I was complaining about that because I hadn't got used to things being cold, so, you know, you got to keep perspective, you know, because just in a few months I might be praying for a day like today, and really thanking God for a day like today. So I'm gonna thank God for a day like that today, regardless of how I might feel, or the shock or the discomfort I might be feeling right now. You know, and that applies to us in life too, man. That applies to everything. Yo, there's different feelings for different seasons. You got to keep things in perspective. See, for some of us have never had to go through a time of lack. But if you ever been through a time of lack or a time where you had to go without or make the best of a situation, then you should appreciate the time when you don't have to do that. When you can go and get the thing you feel like eating. If you ever had a time where you had to eat something you didn't want to eat just to be okay, you should thank God for every moment that you have like that. Every moment that you can to eat the thing you feel like eating. You know, for me, like I said, my family, we came from the South, and when we came up here, we didn't have nothing, man. When we moved into the projects, they had just done. We had moved into the Cambridge, to Washington Elm projects in Cambridge, and they had just done it over. And so they had 2 floors, and we had just come from, all of us, I think it was about 8 or 9 of us, and including my Aunt Karen and her kids. Shout out to my whole fam, yo. You know what I'm saying? We all was all living in the same place, me and my cousins. And it was kind of fun, you know, sleeping in the living room together and stuff like that, because we didn't have nothing. So we moved into to the projects, and it had 2 floors and things like looked kind of new. It was like a castle to us because of where we had come from, you know. Because when we thought about where we had came from, this new place, we didn't see it as the way the rest of the world probably saw it. It was nothing. It was the projects. But to us, it was a castle. You know, and sometimes that's what you have to do with your life. You have to make your projects your castle. You have to see the situation, thank God for the situation you have, and focus on what you have and not on the things that you don't have. Perspective is everything. Perspective is everything. How you see things is everything. How you see things will determine the choices you make. How you see things will determine what you do and what you don't do. It all boils down to how you see things, man. There's different emotions for different seasons, but you gotta keep the right head for the season you're in. You know, keep the right head for your season you're in. You can't keep the head that you had in last season. It might not be appropriate. It may, but it might not be appropriate. You might need to deal with things a little differently than you did before. See, like me, I had gotten used to wearing this kind of hat because, you know, it was warm outside, and I started to feel myself with a certain kind of vibe. But, you know, it's inappropriate right now. It's inappropriate right now. I might get sick. You know, I might get into a way that I don't want to. I might end up making myself feel the way I need to be feeling because I'm making decisions based on the old season. How you doing that? Are you doing that? Are you sitting around crying and stressed with your life because of something you had last season? If you don't have it this season, you don't need it. God will never put more on you than you can handle. He will never put you in a situation you ain't equipped for. So if you don't have it, you don't need it. I don't care what it feels like. It's not for this season. You those feelings that you had in that season, maybe you don't need those. Maybe that's a distraction from what you need to be doing in this season. I don't know. I can't tell you. I'm not in your life. I'm not in your bed. I'm not in your head. I'm not at your job. I don't know what's going on with you. But all I'm telling you is everything you need to deal with this season, you just have to have the right mindset and the right view, the right perspective of the season that you're in. Listen, you got this, bro. You got this, sis. Stay warm, man. Be appropriate for the season. If I know you, I'm praying for you. God loves you, and I do too. It's your man Hills. Let me get to my bag. Yo, you got this, man. You got this, man. Keep going, man. I don't care what it looks like. Focus, man. Focus. 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 Hills.